YouTube, it's good to be back. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how to install dual antennas in the factory location on the 59. So let's get right into it. All right, so I got my measurements here for the factory location. I'm going to start on the passenger side. I marked it on here so you guys can see a little bit easier. This is just dry erase, it rubs right off. So the first thing you want to establish is a line coming right off of the trunk. So you're going to have to draw a straight line right off of here. You go straight on both sides. I'm gonna have to go mark that other one. Right, so once you establish this line here, from here to where you're gonna drill a hole is 14 inches. Now the second measurement is right off the trunk line. So once you get back 14 inches from the trunk line to the center mark here is 3.5 inches. So you got 14 from the line and then 3.5 from here. And you're gonna have to drill 2 holes. That's why I got 2 marks here. So the first hole, we're gonna mark it right at the 14. And then the second one, all you gotta do is go an inch over. So the reason you wanna drill 2 holes is because of the slant on the antenna. So if you just drill 1 hole, it's not gonna slant. So once we get both holes established, drilled out, we'll go ahead and cut on both sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the first hole drilled out and I'll bring y'all back. All right, so I got my holes drilled out. I started with the drill bit. It was a 3/16 inch drill bit. And I went with that because that was just big enough to start the step bit. And on the step bit, I went all the way to a 3/4 inch. So I have 2 3/4 inch holes. So now I get to use my favorite tool, by far my favorite tool, I love it. This is a Dremel with the cutoff wheel. And you see I made these lines right there. So I'm just gonna cut off this center section and we should be good to go. So let me go ahead and cut that out and then see what we got. All right, so here's the hole, guys. I had gone all the way to 3/4 inch on here and that actually didn't work. I had to go make it a little bit bigger down to the 7/8. So I used the whole step bit to make it a little bit bigger. So the reason for that was I was going off the base here from here down, which the 3/4 inch would have worked, but this is what goes through the hole, and this one's a little bit bigger, as you can see right there, and this one is right at 7/8. So your 2 holes, you want to go ahead and make them 7/8, and you're good to go. As you can see, the slant on the antenna is the reason why you need oval holes. If you just drilled a straight hole, it wouldn't be able to slant. So that's why you have to drill 2 holes. I just wanted to explain that in case anybody was curious. This thing slants about that much, so the oval works out perfect. All right, so the antenna went in perfect. Now here comes the tricky part. Everything so far has been straightforward, easy. If you look at the bottom of these bases, there's a hole right here for this bolt. There's a bolt and a nut. So this isn't necessary, but it is the proper way. So what that allows is for your antenna not to be moving, left and right or kind of swiveling. So once you install this, there's a little bit of play in that oval hole to where you can either move this a little bit back or a little bit forward. So I chose the forward position. It's all the way forward and this is fairly snug. So now what you want to do is just make sure it's straight right here. And what I did is I just got that same marker and I marked where the hole is at. See my mark right there? So all I'm gonna do is make my same mark here, and then I'm gonna make a mark over here straight back, and then I'm gonna take the antenna off and then just bring those lines together and then drill a hole, and then that'll allow for that bolt right there. All right, we got our marks. Antenna's perfectly straight. Now I'm gonna take it off. All right, so this line is basically the center of this hole. And then I just marked across. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drill my hole. So there's the hole. Use the 3/16 drill bit. Now we can go ahead and install this. All right, so that worked out really well. I'm really excited. Can't wait to get the other one in. So now that we know we got to do two 7/8 holes on that side, it'll go a little bit quicker. And the hole lined up with that little trick that I used. And the bolts, I mean, are too long, but it did come with a nut, so you can use the nut like a jam nut. So once you screw this all the way in, you can go ahead and tighten this up to the bottom, and it works out. Or you can just get shorter screws, which I'll probably end up doing. But it lined up nice, everything looks good. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but these measurements are only for the 2-door hardtop. The convertibles have a different measurement, the 4-doors have a different measurement, and that's because the trunks on the convertibles and the 4-doors are a lot shorter. They're probably about up to here to allow, you know, for the top, you know, the tub and then the top to go down, and then, well, the 4-doors, they just go all the way back. So the 4-doors and the convertibles, they share the same trunk. But these measurements here are only for the 2-door hardtop. So we got one side down. I'm gonna go jump to the other side and knock that one out. Before that, I'm gonna show you the screw on the inside. There it is. You see the bolt was way too long, but the nut, let me see if I can do it with one hand. You can just use it as a jam nut. Basically, just tighten it right there. Or just get a shorter bolt. So that'll work for now. All right, onto the driver's side. I'm gonna do the same thing again. You wanna establish your line. It's straight across, matches the other one over there. I measured them, they're perfect. So now we're gonna go 14 inches out to the back, mark our line, and then 3.5 inches in from the trunk line. So let's get it. 14 inches out. Get our dry erase right here. Go ahead and mark 14 inches. Boom. Here. Now we're gonna go ahead and go 3.5 out. Right here. Oops. It's 3.5 inches right there. On the money. See why I wanted to do this before painting this car, because it'd be really nerve-wracking doing this with a fresh paint job. I'm not gonna do that. It's a lot of work to get a nice paint job. Scratch it up with the measuring tape. All right, so we're 14 inches out, 3.5 from the trunk line. Now we're gonna go 1 inch for our second hole, 1 inch back. I need a new marker. All right, so that's 1 inch back right there. So we're gonna start these holes with a 3/16 drill bit. One right here, one right here. And then we'll hit it with the step bit. Okay. All right, we're gonna just hit these right here with the Dremel. Get that little section on, we're good. We got a hole cut. I will say this one went a little bit smoother than that one since I got the correct size down for the step bit. So now we're gonna go ahead and try the antenna, should fit, and then we can go ahead and mark our hole for the bolt. Perfect. And that 7/8 hole is just perfect for this right here. 7/8 is the key. Here's what I was saying. There's a little play like front and back. It's not much. But again, I just opted to push them all the way forward. So we're gonna get them lined up. Get that nice and snug. I'm gonna take this nut back off and so we can mark the base. So I'm just gonna mark a straight line right where the bolt goes. Right there. All right, we're all the way forward. Get this a little bit more snug. Make sure we're straight. That's pretty straight. Right there. All right there. Remember a little peak right here. So we're gonna take this back off just like the other side, and then we're gonna match up these lines to a corner and drill a hole. We got our line mark, we got a cross, we're gonna go ahead and drill the hole. And again, that's a 3/16. There we go. Now I did have measurements for this hole, but I was kind of weary of it, and the way I did it was just pretty much double checking and triple checking that I wasn't gonna have to make this hole any bigger than what it needed. So this is the bolt it comes with. The hole is a 3/16. Boom, it's perfect. Everything lines up really nice. 7/8 on the holes. I know that's kind of repetitive. I keep saying that, but it's really important. There's your line right there. So once you get your line, your first hole, 14 inches, 7/8. Second hole, 15 inch, 7/8. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you this measurement in case y'all want it, if you wanna use it. That's up to you. Let me get my measuring tape. So that measurement worked out really nice for me. So from our line, our straight line that we established to that small hole, you're looking at 16 3/4. Now you can double check it the way I did, or you can just go ahead and drill your holes. It's up to you. Check it out, dulled up. Man, that makes me happy. Look at that. Beautiful, man. I love it. I love it. I bought these antennas on eBay. They were, I think, like 200 bucks for both of them shipped. They took a little while to ship, but I was on the hunt for these for a while, but they were out of stock when I got the car. So I had to wait until they finally got back in stock. And then I bought them, and then they took like 2 weeks to ship. So anyways, they're on and they're installed, and I'm happy. So there you have it, guys. On to the next accessory. Oh, let me show you my camera stand real quick. Oh, what you know about that? Yep. That's it for this one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.